All right, Jacob. When do you think is going to be the greatest linear acceleration here?
And rotational acceleration, or just linear?
Linear and rotational.
Right.
Tell me.
So I think linearly, it's going to be when it hits the ramp initially, and then when it slams on the ground. And then.
Okay, you have to choose either or.
All right, I'll say when it hits the ground, and then rotationally, it's going to be at the peak of the loop.
The peak, so the very top?
At the peak of its acceleration. Or at the peak of its rotation. I don't know. Probably at the top of the loop. Yeah.
At the top of the loop, okay. All right, Thomas, when do you think the greatest linear acceleration will be?
I think it'll be right when it starts going.
Right when it starts growing?
Yeah.
Linear acceleration?
Yeah.
All right,
it may be
rotational.
It might be like actually, like with our actual card where it's when the Z-axis kind of thing with a pothole, but I don't think so. The greatest rotational acceleration, I think, will be right at the end over here.
Okay. And I think the greatest linear acceleration will be when it hits the ground after it lands. So it's going to hit the ramp, it's going to do its flip, and then it'll land on the ground. That's when I think the greatest linear will be. And the greatest angular, I think, will be right when it starts to turn. Like directly when it starts to turn. Like when it hits the ramp and when it starts to flip. That's when I think the greatest angular will be. All right, you got it set to record both?
Yeah.
All right, you ready here?